Come on! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the world, I am George Massey and today I am going to be reviewing Lady Macbeth. Now, Lady Macbeth, let me just start by saying, it's really good. It's a really good film. It's very subtle, it's very simple, the tone of it is effortless. It feels like kind of an effortless movie that is not trying hard, and yet you know that the director of the movie did try hard, because things that work like this did not just happen by accident. Now, it has very little really to do with Macbeth or Lady Macbeth. Any connection it does have with Shakespeare is certainly very subtle, to the point where even though the connections are there, if this movie was not called Lady Macbeth, you would not watch the movie and think, oh, this is kind of like the Macbeth story, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, I see what they're doing. Oh, it's set in Scotland. Oh, it's the... No, you wouldn't do that, because it's not similar enough at all. Essentially, it is a slightly modernised version of the Macbeth story. Yes, it's set in Scotland, but there's no army, there's no war, there's no king, there's no castle. It's set in a house, okay? Most of the movie takes place in a house. And I don't want to give away too much. I will say that it's nice to see a film where it is not a star-studded cast. I didn't recognise the cast apart from the guy who looks so much like that guy, Ryan Philippe from Cruel Intentions. And I did think, oh, it does have a celebrity in it. Oh, it's the guy from Cruel Intentions. Wow, he's really aged well. He looks really good. He looks like the same age as he did then. And it's like, oh no, it's not him. Oh, it's someone else. Oh, it's just some guy who looks so much like him. I mean, they look so similar. I swear to God that if they like bumped into each other in the street, it would be like that Back to the Future 2 thing, where like the whole universe would implode upon itself and it would be nothing but a catastrophic finale to all of life as we know it.
The encounter could create a time paradox, the results of which could cause a chain reaction that would unravel the very fabric of the space-time continuum and destroy the entire universe.
But thankfully, so far, evidently, they've never bumped into each other in the street. Anyway, back to the actual movie. Lady Macbeth, what is good about it? Well, one thing that's good about it is that it does not judge the characters. It is not clear, black and white, good guy, good girl, bad girl. These are just human beings doing human things in difficult circumstances, and there is nothing that anybody does that is not to some degree understandable based upon the circumstances which they are faced with. And that's what makes for a great, compelling story. You come out of the movie and you're sort of like, well, that was really bad what that person did, but are they a bad person? Not necessarily. It's kind of up for debate, and the same goes for anything good or moral. Are they doing it because they're a good person? Well, it's up to you to debate. I'd love to debate it, but evidently you have to drop some comments if you want any kind of a rapport with me on this subject. So all I'll say is, it seems effortless, it's very clearly planned. I would imagine it must have been quite meticulously storyboarded, but it's very, very simple. It doesn't have like even like camera work that I love, like flowing, moving camera. It doesn't have that. It's very still. It's actually quite theatrical. And it's interesting because I would imagine the director is very aware of this, because the beginning of the film, the camera's kind of shaky and it moves around a lot, the opening scene before the title of the movie comes up. And I was in the cinema thinking, oh, this looks crap. This looks like a TV movie. It looks like a television drama, and I don't like that close-up and shaky cameras and imprecision that so many of these modern films often have. And that's how Lady Macbeth began, for like 2 minutes, and then the title came up and then the whole tone changed. The whole tone became still, controlled, methodical, calculated and precise, and it was really good. It was not overplayed, it was not over the top, it was not flashy, it was not in your face. Everything was subtle, everything unfolded in a kind of an honest, understanding way, understanding of people and its own characters. And I would say if you go in expecting Macbeth, you might be a little bit like, oi, wait a minute, what's this got to do with Macbeth really? But if you just take it for what it is, a film. You know, I knew nothing about it, and at the beginning, like I said, I thought, oh, this looks like garbage. But literally on the final shot of the movie, I didn't know that it was going to finish on this shot, but at a certain point there's a certain shot, and I thought to myself, wow, what an excellent little movie, what an excellent little film. And then it finished, and it was very egoless. It didn't feel like there was really any ego on the director or the writer's part. It was something that just felt as if it was kind of massaged into existence. So definitely check it out, and it's good in the cinema. It's compelling. It's I don't want to give it away, but it's just a good film. So that's Lady Macbeth. Check it out, and check out my other reviews too, because just like Lady Macbeth, they also are very good. Take care of yourselves.